And I think we're live. I think we're working. Just giving everything a second. Make sure it's all working here, guys. Bear with me a moment. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I got my headset on because people were complaining that my sound wasn't that great on Monday, so I'm just reading stuff. Hello, everybody. It's Mike Meyers, and welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Mike Meyers live stream, Ask Mike Anything. The goal of this live stream is to not necessarily talk to people who are isolated by the coronavirus anymore, since we're all pretty much past that, fingers crossed, but to work together as a study group for those who want to pass CompTIA certifications. Now, here we work primarily on the CompTIA A+, Net Plus, Security Plus, but we're certainly comfortable going outside of those certifications. We can do other CompTIA certifications as well as broader certifications as well. IT. Uh, So before we get too involved in things, I'm going to wait a few minutes before I give my "I'm fine" speech because we always have people who come in a little bit later. But so we'll give a minute on that. Anyway, the goal of this live stream is for you guys to ask me questions. So you ask me questions by typing them into the chat window. Make sure the chat window here on YouTube, cough, cough, cough. Make sure it says live chat instead of top chat at the top. That gets rid of the algorithm. Scott Wolf, hey, good to see you, brother. Let's try and darn everybody's here. This is great. Um, Also, make sure to toggle on the timestamps because that definitely comes in as well. So make sure you got that stuff set up and we can get started. So we start here at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Central Daylight Time here in sunny Houston, Texas. And we will go till 3 o'clock or until the questions run out, whichever comes first. So do keep that in mind. I've got a big thing happening on. If you're not on LinkedIn with me, would you please take a moment and get on LinkedIn? You need to. I'm pretty easy to find on LinkedIn. If you don't have a LinkedIn account, shame on you. This Saturday, CyberNow Labs, which is the company that we're now working with, is about to start their next cohort, as they call it, their next training class, and I got to tell you guys, it's an impressive program. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, before we even get started, you have to pay money to get into this program, thousands of dollars, okay? But in return, we will, with great confidence, get you an incredibly well-paying job. Incredibly well-paying job. Um, I, Number one, I don't believe in free training because if you give people free training, they treat it like it's free. But secondarily, this is a program, and I got to tell you, for me to join up with CyberNow Labs to form this new national cyber group, they had to really convince me about what they do. And in particular, things like, for example, uh, you don't, you know, the way they handle payment is pretty good. Number one, I was like, if you guys start doing this, financing and stuff like that, hell with you. I mean, if you want to break it up into payments, I'm okay with that. But getting that weird game we had back in the 90s where, you know, people were doing training and they were ended up, getting like government loans and stuff like that. I was like, if you guys are doing that, I don't even want to be with you. Let's just stop talking. And they're like, no, no, no. We do break up payments a little bit, but the big thing is that we don't do any of that financing stuff. Thank goodness. And the other thing is that I'm fine with you charging people for good training, but you have to place them. You have to have somebody full time or multiple people full time that if somebody that I say, person X spend, thousands of dollars to get into this program, you better dang well all but guarantee them a job. And that's what these guys are doing. And it's impressive. It can be done remotely, so you don't have to be here in the States. You can do it locally in right now at Silver Springs, Maryland. They actually have a location in Germany, of all things, too. And we look to be expanding very, very quickly. The bottom line is that there's a shortage of millions of IT security techs. And I'm not saying you have to go this way. You don't have to go this way. The processes we've been talking about for the last couple of years are still very good. But CyberNow Labs really puts you in a spot through an apprenticeship type program where in a matter of short number of months. So it ain't a boot camp per se where it's just a couple of weeks or something like that. It's a few months, but you will be working in a SOC and the Security Operations Center, and you will know the tools. And I was talking, for example, last weekend at RSA, I was talking to a gentleman from a very large contractor, federal level contractor. Well, I don't need to be secretive about it. Raytheon, who literally told me, he goes, Mike, I have 1,000 positions that I can't get anybody to take. And these are good positions, like real jobs, like health plans, like, the whole shebang. And the shortage we have right now is so horrific that they're desperate. But they need qualified people. And I think this is what our new partner, CyberNow Labs, does a really good job in. Look, guys, anyway, Saturday they're going to have a presentation about this. Please connect with me on LinkedIn. I don't have the information. Hang on. You know what? I might be able to get it for you. Just bear with me a minute. I just thought of this, guys. I'm not trying to be super secret or anything. Oh, my goodness. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm not going to be able to do it. If you're at all interested, guys, you need to get a hold of me, and you got to get me on LinkedIn. Whoop. I'm still looking. Bear with me. I totally should have had this ready. I apologize. I don't have it. All right. Anyway, bottom line is connect with me on LinkedIn. Do it today. I will have a post on LinkedIn when we're done here. And it's just an online thing you can check out and figure out what else is. You can talk to the guys. You can ask the hard questions and see if it works for you. I think it's an amazing program. And I can't recommend it enough. All right. So we've stalled here for a few minutes. Don't have a big crowd, but that's okay. So what the heck happened on Monday? You guys ready? No one was more surprised than me. So if you guys remember, on December 31st, 2021, I was almost 300 pounds. That's a lot of weight. And I said to myself, I'm going to fix this. And, since January 1st, 2021, in half a year, I've lost about 43 pounds, which is a great start. It's a great start. I'm happy with that. But I had spent the last couple of months kind of, you know how it goes with diets. You get off diets and everything. And so last Sunday, I decided I'm going to get back on it. And I did this, in retrospect, probably kind of a stupid diet that I shouldn't have done. Extreme calorie restriction, intermittent fasting, and zero carbs. And they don't tell you about this thing. I don't think carbs are evil, but carbs are your primary energy resource pool. So when you're not eating carbs, you almost have to be eating something, or your body goes slam. And guys, you saw it. You were witnesses to watch Mike Meyers literally run out of carbs. My blood sugar levels dropped to nothing, and yipe. So we talked for any of you guys who are watching this. Number one, it was extremely embarrassing. Thank God it didn't go viral. I was really worried about that. So I was talking away, blah 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 blah, and then I blinked and I kept talking, and then everybody was telling me that I passed out for 3 minutes. I have no recollection of that. I didn't have a sense of being drowsy. There was no wooziness coming on board. It just happened. And a little bit embarrassing. I'm sorry about that. I can only imagine. I got a lot of texts and emails from you guys saying, we thought you was dead. And I assure you that I'm alive and well and actually doing pretty good and aggressively dieting. And So we're not going to make that mistake. As you can imagine, uh, starting yesterday, I decided to come up with something far less aggressive, something that makes a little bit more sense. And so I'm back on the diet. And what you saw was low blood sugar, dehydration, because I really wanted to hit a certain weight. So I stopped drinking. That was stupid too. And the fact that I'm physically exhausted. Kind of all went together, and you guys watched it happen. I wish I, had something like, I was doing drugs, nothing like that at all. Other than an occasional glass of wine, and even that now with my diet is greatly restricted. But I'm okay. So sorry about that, and I look forward to not doing that again for a long, long time, and getting back to work here, which is what I really want to do. So there we go. All right. So anyway, a couple of things. Number one, I didn't want to leave that live stream up because somebody was going to cut and paste me flopping over, and I just didn't want people to do that. So I asked Dave to take it down. But the problem is then I got two emails from two different people going, Mike, you were supposed to be talking about renewing CompTIA certifications, and we weren't able to make the live stream, so we came back later to watch it, and it wasn't there. So I'm gonna repeat that just very quickly. I won't spend a lot of time on it, but we'll talk about that a little bit, and then of course I'll be ready to answer any questions you might have as well. Also, one more time, please look me up on LinkedIn. It's Mike Meyers, Meyers, and I will have a post on LinkedIn about our CyberNow Labs get together on Saturday. I really can't recommend enough. You're really looking like where to go next. I'd say to do this. Look, you don't need it's like $9,000 for this program, okay? So it ain't cheap. But it's the difference between, and first of all, you don't have to pay it all. I mean, they have some very careful ways. Like you pay about half to get through the training, but once you get a job, then you got to pay the other half. And we're talking jobs that I would not have expected people to be able to get. I don't want to predict salaries, but I will tell you it is extremely attractive salaries. And I'll let the CyberNow Labs do that for you. But you don't have to do this. It's not like the only way to go, folks. It's an accelerated program that we're doing to try to get people through. Oh, and by the way, I will negotiate a substantial discount for anybody who goes through my AMA. So even if you watch the thing on Saturday, don't sign up because we're going to work out a discount for all you guys. But if this does make sense to you, if you're ready to do it, a very intense type program that within a couple of months ish is going to get you a very high paying job, and you don't want to start at the help desk kind of a thing, this might be something you want to consider. So I liked them enough that I let them buy me out. How does that sound for a way to go? All right. All right, let's get back on things here. Da, 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 da. All right, let's see who's on. Andre, Connor, man, haven't seen you. Or if you have, Zoltan, always good to see you. Muhammad, always good to see you. Wilson, good to see you, brother. Scott Wolf, of course. Will Shaw. The surface of the sun. I mean, Central USA. Will, come on down to Houston if you want to know what hot means. Kathleen Stevens. Hey, Kathleen. Donald Dinga, good to see you, brother. Connor Wellman. Did I do Connor already? I think I did. Can't lose track. Lester. Who the hell's Tolowit? I don't know that person. Wait, we got a question here at 2:03 p.m. Scott Wolf. Need some advice. Job hunting and still unemployed. 3 years now. All right, Scott, when I hear... Have we talked before? I'm surprised. Go to retail or something temporarily. Any suggests I have my BS and computers? Scott, something really bad is happening here. Again, Scott, first of all, I apologize. I'm surprised that you and I haven't already had this conversation. I'm looking if Scott's typing something real quick here. Scott, listen. If you have a Bachelor's of Science you have a CIS and some certs, I start to worry that you're doing something wrong. You're pooching interviews. You refuse to move from your little tiny town, and you absolutely must have remote work. and that's the only thing you're going to do. I'm just speculating here. I'm not saying any of this is you. All right. Uh, you have some amount of pay that you're absolutely demanding to get. There's got to be something else going on here. So Scott, let's do this. I feel like I've done this before. Scott, send me an email directly, please. Okay, send me an email at michaelm@totalsem.com and just tell me about this. And well, here, let me put that back real quick. All right, michaelm@totalsem.com. Whoopsies, don't do that, Mike. Uh, and let's have a conversation. If we have tried this before, I don't care. We're going to try it again because something weird is going on here. That doesn't make sense. Uh, King Logistics Turkey. I'm done with Google IT support and the well architected AWS. I need job referrals. It's two of these now. Uh, the reason I'm stalling here for a minute, I think maybe we're due to get Jessica back on. My friend Jessica Dickerson is a project manager and is really, really good at helping people find work. Uh, let me call Jessica up and see if I can get her to come on. Uh, in fact, I'm literally while we're thinking of it. I'm literally texting her while we're saying this, so I won't forget. And Dave Rush will help me out. King Logistics Turkey. King Logistics Turkey, you send me an email too, all right? What I'm looking to do, I just want to understand your situation and what's happening, okay? And let's talk about King Logistics Turkey. My handle on LinkedIn is Michael Meyers, MichaelMeYers. And I've got something like between contacts and followers over 50,000 people, so I tend to show up at the very, very top. But you also please send me. I just want to understand your situation, okay? And let's see what I can do to help you guys. Crazy Homebody Girl just popped in to say hello. Good to see you. All right, lots of people are following me. Let me actually look on LinkedIn and make sure you guys are doing this. And again, look, I'm not telling you you need $9,000. You don't have to do this. It's a good program. It's going to work for a lot of people, and it has the Mike Meyers seal of approval on it, which is all right. I definitely see. All right, Connor, I see you, man. That's good. Oh goodness, Connor, you're not an attractive man. I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. Okay. I'm not saying you guys have to do this. There's plenty of processes to get in, and so we'll see what's happening. Ollie, is it keto? Yeah, it's very keto. It's basically what I was doing is extreme. I was doing 500 calories a day, so I had about 1,000 calories of nutrition in 2 days and not enough fluid. And the problem is, guys, you don't see it because you see me. I'm just sitting here and everything. But this is actually a very animated thing, so I tend to be talking about it, and I just brought myself up, 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 up. Boom. I can't even watch it. I had a friend of mine send me a copy of me passing out, and I'm just too embarrassed. So I'm hopeful I didn't do this. I hope it just not. Whatever. Back to work here. Come on. All right. So it must be me, Mike. I'm glad you're doing all right. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. TD Washington. Man, everybody's here. This is great. Okay, so what I'm doing now, guys, I'm just looking through, making sure we don't. Yeah, I definitely was in ketosis, Wilshaw. That's exactly what I was doing. And it's so funny. I've lost weight doing this before, but I was a lot younger. Uh, Lots of good tidings. Thank you. Oh, Tolwood, I wasn't worried about you, brother. Oh, shiza. Lots of people suddenly said it. Yeah, well, the trick is that benign dietary ketosis is a good thing, and let's face it, Uncle Mike is really fat. Emotional damage. So I need to drop about 60 more pounds as quickly as I safely can without passing out on live streams. General plan in life. Uh, Okay, so Guru Shah's at 214. I have a question about working for a managed service provider. Is it a high stress position? No. In fact, in my opinion, it's a pretty low stress position. Uh, especially if you're tier one or tier two. Although I need to warn you guys, this program they're getting in is even talking about getting people even higher than that. I don't want to say salaries, but I'm going to say it's really surprisingly high. Uh, Is it a good position for someone who's trying to get healthier? No. Guru Shahs, if you want to get into a position that someone's trying to be healthier, get out of IT because almost every IT job in existence requires us sitting at a computer and swinging this thing around and not doing much of anything. If you want a job that's going to get you healthier, get in construction. Um, so, but if you want a job that's going to pay well, pretty much out of the gate, uh, if you can get in with an MSP, that's a great way to go. And again, this whole Cyber Now Labs program, the whole thing they do is work with MSPs and MSSPs. So, yeah, it's very impressive, but not a good way to get healthier. Catherine Morgan, can you talk about the Total Seminar Security Plus course that is precursor to the Cyber Now course? Yeah, Catherine, it is. It's just us. It's my videos and my book and my practice questions. We are still working with Cyber Now Labs because basically I was telling Cyber Now Labs, give my folks a discount. And if they come in with a Security Plus, that brings them further into the program. There already is a discount, and I am so embarrassed that I don't have the answers to this. I did not intend to make today's live stream a speech about the Cyber Now Labs program. But the answer is show up on Saturday, connect with me on LinkedIn, show up on Saturday, and we will get most, if not all, of those questions answered for you. But the Security Plus is basically my course. Will Shaw, I fly into Houston often. That's a nope from me. You guys make Florida humidity look bearable. Yeah, it's pretty Tarzan hot here. There's no argument with that. Down on Dingo, Mike, do they take in international folks? Yes. The program is designed not only to be a classroom type thing, but it's also designed to work remotely. They even have a location in, I think they said Munich, Germany. And I'm going to tell you, a year from now, they're going to have like 40 of these locations. These guys have just nailed good training in a way that I'm pretty excited about. Basically, uh, they want you to take a Security Plus as the beginning part, but after that, day one, you're in a sock like day one. It's terrifying. It's like a OJT on the job training, and they babysit you through the whole thing. Very impressive. Looking for questions. All right. Ali, how close is the CompTIA 901 to 1001? So the 901 is very obsolete. Uh, the 901, oh, goodness sakes. The 901, I don't even think it had Windows 8 on it. It was way behind. CompTIA is notorious for always being one version of Windows behind. Uh, eh. I have 1002 on my TTO to take often TTO. Dave Rush, what does TTO stand for? I'm lost. And I'm score. Oh, total tester online. And I'm scoring from 89 to 93% on my 90. Why are you doing anything on the 901? 901's been retired for 6 years. I'm confused, Ali. What are we doing here? Dave Rush is typing. I can't wait. Dave's about to explain to me what's going on. Ali, no, Ali, you should not be doing anything on the 901. The 1001 is the current exam. Oh, actually, the 1101, 1102 is now current, but the 1001, 1002, which is what I'm telling everybody to take, is good till October. So, what you want to be, you need to be studying on the 1001, Ali. I'm not sure why you're doing the 901. Dave Rush, is Total Tester online? Can people still access the 901? That would be very surprising to me. Yeah, King, I'm drinking Gatorade, man, and I'm well hydrated even as we speak. Mm-mm. Okay, so Ali, I don't know how you're accessing the 901. If you're using if TTO stands for Total Tester Online, you cannot access it from my website. So, uh, Alex underscore, is Senior Pepe still valid for gaming? I got to tell you, it's sort of embarrassing, but I just haven't been gaming much anymore. Uh, but I am still it's 2 words, Senor Pepe, and that's on Steam. Oh goodness, now you got me embarrassed. I haven't even lit up Steam in a while. Oh shit. Okay. I have a lot of new invites. I'm on my I'm jumping on Steam real quick. Oh, I have over 5,000 friends. They're not going to let me do anymore. I got it. I'll come up with a way to fix this. I'll come up with a way to fix this. I'm going to take off some people, and if you friended me on Steam, I will accept your friend. Uh, Sorry about that, but yeah, Senior Pepe for Steam is still valid, Alex. All right. Okay, so a couple of things before we get started here. First of all, just because you're nice enough to show up here, we have our standard offer, and that is we provide a 50% discount for a bundle of our ebook and our practice questions. Yes, I got that right. Um, as I always tell everybody, in order to pass any form of certification, you need 3 things. You need instruction, which is going to be instructor-led training, or it's going to be videos. You're going to need reference, which is going to be some kind of book, either a physical book or an ebook, and then you need some kind of practice questions. So just because you're nice enough to show up here, we give you 50% off. And look, I'm already cheaper than just about everybody else anyway, and that includes the garbage that's out there. So you get a 50% discount. In order to get this discount, let's say you're interested in Network Plus. In order to get this discount, head over to oh God, don't get corona, man. Go to www.totalsem.com. I had corona like a month ago, folks, but this cough won't let go. www.totalsem.com. Head over to our merchant area. You're interested in Network Plus, pick the Network Plus ebook, and then pick the Network Plus practice questions, the total tester as we call it, and just get that in your cart. And the moment you put that in your cart, all you have to do is type in the special code. Where is the code? Post, P-O-S-T. When you check it out, P-O-S-T, and you get half off, which is a ridiculous deal, and I can't recommend it enough. Go for it. But we're also giving away practice questions today, too. Pin my LinkedIn handle. I'm not sure how to do that. Let me see what I can do. Do 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 boo 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 boo. All right. How, I'm not sure how to do what my LinkedIn handle is. Who? Maybe it's under me. View profile. Just bear with me, guys. I'm trying here. All right. So I just did a cut and paste of the URL, and I'm going to put this in the. I hope this works. There you go. I just posted the URL for my LinkedIn site. All right. All right. So where are we at here? Okay. Chris Dougherty, loving my practice questions. Thank you, sir. High 80s and Net Plus on 90, taking at least 2 tests a day. Chris, you're going to be doing fine. If you're already hitting the 90s, it's time to stop practicing and time to take the exam. You're going to do great. Tolit, I need to lose a ton of weight as well. Come join me, man. Tolit, let's you and I'm on MyFitnessPal. And if you want to join, what is my MyFitnessPal handle? Seriously, Tolit, be fun to have somebody to hold hold me to the fire. Let me pull up my MyFitnessPal account. I like MyFitnessPal because it's a calorie counter first and foremost, which is what I like to do. Oh, bear with me. Sorry, guys. We're getting to watch Mike Meyers, not look at the screen. All right. I don't know how to do any of this. Okay. On MyFitnessPal, I'm DesWeds1. Let me write that. I'm going to post that real quick. So I'm DesWeds1. My only request is that if you join me on MyFitnessPal, you really have to log in once a day, or otherwise I'm kind of going to get crabby. I'm not going to lie. I would love to have anybody with me, but at least be serious-minded enough to log in with me once a day, and then I am extremely motivating, and will say lots of things to you to help you get going the right way. TD Washington, is the CyberNow program a full-time commitment? You have a lot of control. It's really I'm not going to say it's self-paced. That's not true. You can do it in the evenings. It's kind of designed to work in the evenings. So yes, you can work a job. Scott Wolf, email will be sent to you, Mike. But can additional certs also fix a job gap issue, especially one without a lot of IT? Scott, generally, I would say yeah, but Scott, I'm telling you, demand is outrageous right now. It's absolutely outrageous. So that's kind of why I want to talk to you a little bit, Scott, on one-to-one and see what's going on here. I'm seeing people with, high school diplomas getting fairly decent jobs, almost certainly without experience. Mainly this is done by, going through LinkedIn and, a few other sites. So if somebody who's got a CIS degree, I don't even think that the gap really matters anymore. We're in a rare situation. And by the way, guys, I don't know how long this situation is going to last. I think it's going to last a while, but this is one of these places where I think people need to. I think we got about a year. Where getting jobs is going to be easy. So Scott, that's why I really want to talk to you on a personal basis. I'm very curious to know what's going on in you. Do you possess bilateral symmetry? I'm kidding. Do you give bad interviews? Scott, it's going to be something like that. I don't mean that as a personal attack to you, but we need to chat. So anyway, yeah, do join me on MyFitnessPal. DesWeds1. DESWEDS1. Always good. Just be serious. That's the only thing I'm asking. You don't have to be perfect, but be serious about it. Especially if you're on the live stream with me, because I'll give you crap if you don't log in. CompTIA should have taken care of yourself and eject. Yeah, that's probably true. Wilson, is this program good for remote work, or is it going to be on-site mainly? I don't know. It's my opinion that most SOCs require you to be there. But again, guys, I have not asked all the questions I should have asked. Once I knew that they had a program that wasn't going to rob people, and that was going to get them placed. And here's the other thing: if you don't have the wherewithal, if you don't have the intellectual firepower to where they have a real good chance of getting you placed, they're not going to even let you in the program. Okay, it might be insulting to you, but they won't even let you in. Look, if they don't keep a really high pass rate, so like I'm sorry, a real high placement rate for these types of programs, if a 90% placement rate is about 100%, because anytime you take any 10 people and you give them 2 months of their life, uh, things happen. People move, people go, people change their mind. So, in my opinion, a 90% placement rate is basically a 100%. Anybody who's motivated and qualified, and they won't let you in unless you're qualified, who can accept the training and who does the training. People get lazy, and people break legs or whatever it might be. But anyway, if you get into the program and you're not fiddle farting around, you're actually taking advantage of the program, what it offers you, the placement rate is, in my opinion, 100%. Which shows you how dedicated they are. I've actually met the head of placement there. Alexander's just a wonderful gal, and you'll meet her or her crew. It's all good stuff. Scott Wolf, is the 1100 out already? It is. It just came out a month and a half ago. CompTIA surprised us, Scott. But as I've always told people, with these overlap windows where you can choose one exam or the other, always take the old exam. Okay. All right, so we're running a little slow here, so I want to do a couple things. First of all, I straight up promised that I would repeat what we were talking about, CompTIA certification renewal. So sorry for you guys who were here on Monday before I passed out or after, I don't remember. Let's talk about this real quick. Number one, you are not required by law to update a CompTIA certification, okay? In my opinion, most people will not want to renew CompTIA certifications. The reason why is because you've moved on to more advanced certifications. You've taken an A plus, and now you've taken a Net Plus or Security Plus, or you're moving out of CompTIA certifications and moving into somebody else's certifications, more advanced. You're gunning for your CISSP or whatever it might be. So I'm not saying you should not update CompTIA certifications. I'm just saying I'd rather see you move on to more advanced certifications. CompTIA doesn't like it when I say that. Number two, almost any certification you take at CompTIA will update an older certification. So if you have an A plus and then you go for Security Plus, that updates your A plus. Poof. CompTIA is a little bit subtle on that. I was actually on the CompTIA website reading about that, and the bottom line is that the CompTIA is they're just not super clear on it, to be honest with you. But what I've heard from other folks is pretty much if you take any CompTIA cert, your older certs update. So that's good. The other thing you can do is that CompTIA, we don't do this, but CompTIA has a special, I forget what it's called. Dang it, the CE test. So there's like the CE test. So it's like an A plus CE or Net plus CE or whatever, where it just challenges you on whatever is being updated on that particular exam. You can, of course, always take a later version of the exam. That works as well. But the last thing you can do is you can take advantage of continuing education units. CompTIA has a very generous thing about certifications and CEUs, attending conferences, arguably attending this live stream, although I don't think anybody's really tried it. Tools like that allow you to update certifications as well. So those are done on a case-by-case basis. CompTIA has a page where you enter and you describe whatever certification you're taking and how that's going to affect things, and or whatever conference you've gone to or whatever it might be, and on a case-by-case basis, they will update those. When I get quiet like this, it's because I'm looking for questions. How you all, card? Glad to see you well, Mike. Thanks, brother. Ryan Peterson, thank you. You're welcome. Welcome. Oh, there we go. Okay, so Dave Rush put my LinkedIn link in there. Are you guys all jumping in? Oh yeah. All right. Good. And again, guys, just you give me like 30 minutes, and I'm going to put a big post and just check my feed on LinkedIn, and I'll have all the details for this thing. And check them out. And listen, guys, again, I'm not saying it's for everybody. You know, it is a time commitment. It's a money commitment, but I'm not aware of any program, and I hate the word boot camp. I call it the unboot camp. It's a apprenticeship that can get you launched to that kind of a spend. I just think it's very exciting. TD Washington, my job search coach said this employment situation will last until the third quarter of 2023. Yeah, like I said, I think it'll be about a year. But it's not going to be boom and then bust. It's going to be boom and then slow down. So anybody who's getting jobs now, they'll still be hiring people, but they're just going to, they'll start making the priesthoods, as I call it, making it harder for that kind of stuff. I've only heard the update only works if the new cert is higher than your last one. A pluses. Yes, that's exactly true. It must be. You got it right. Did I not say that? I'm nervous. All right, so let's go ahead and do a quick contest. And of course, I'm not ready for a contest because, I'm Mike Meyers, popular author. So let's do a quick contest. I said we don't have a whole lot of time left here. And let's do something fun and silly. You guys ready? Oh, da, da. All right, just for funsies. What's the name of the new company I work for? I don't work for Total Seminars anymore. What's the name of the new company I work for? First person who types it into the chat window is going to win 90-day free access to the practice questions of their choice. So you guys ready? What's the name of the company I now work for? I don't work for Total Seminars anymore. I work for, not CyberNow Labs, sorry. Yeah, King Logistics Turkey, I saw your request on LinkedIn, but it posts, you don't even have to be friends. If you pull up my webpage, it's not CyberNow Labs. Come on, guys. No, TDY. Oh, there we go. All right. Okay, we got two people who finally got the right answer. All right, so I have as the winner. I see the first person to post it is one Ann McE. Ann ANN McKee. Ann McKee, congratulations. You are the winner of 90-day free access to the practice questions of your choice. However, Ann, in order to get that prize, you got to jump through a couple of hoops. In particular, Ann, you have to send an email to my buddy, Dave Rush. That's Dave R at TotalSem.com. And in that email, be sure to add your YouTube name, which is going to be ANN space capital M, lower C, capital E. Put in your email address. But, Mike, I'm sending you an email. Therefore, you can just use the return address. Nope. I need the email address in there. And then last, add which exam you want. Hold on just 1 second, guys. Tara, don't leave, please. All right. So anyway, just tell us which one you want. You want Net Plus, Security Plus, CYSA, whatever you want. Ann McKee, congratulations to you for winning the prize, and you are today's winner. And make sure you send that email to Dave Rush. Dave will also put that. Oh, he already did. It's all in there. Good stuff. Andre DeGoya, anything with 3 letters and a gun. I have certainly worked for all those people. I've never worked for the NSA, never once, but arguably they don't have guns. But pretty much all the rest, it must be me. Chippendales. Okay, that's making me laugh. That's making me laugh. Ronan reads, boneless wings, valid or no? Boneless wings are always valid, but only if you have blue cheese dressing. And anybody who uses ranch dressing on boneless wings is a cruel and unusual person. So That's where we're going to leave it. Okay, so it looks like all the questions are wrapped up. All right, folks, I'm going to be expecting some emails from a couple of you guys who are looking for work. Secondarily, I'm expecting, and I already have, a number of people on LinkedIn. I have 14 new requests, which is all great. For you guys who are interested in the Cyber Now Labs program, National Cyber Groups owns Total Seminars and Cyber Now Labs. Just watch, and within the next 30 minutes or so, I will have a post up there to show you guys how to connect to that. And Ronan Reeds uses ranch. He's just evil. Alex, they are chicken nuggets. It's absolutely true. But please watch on there. And I'm going to be on there too, because I personally have questions. They've done a good job answering a lot of my questions, but there's more in there. And so we're going to work together. And it'll be great. I'm always terrified, because I don't have control on this. They're good guys. I've met with Omar and Hassan. They're both Turkish guys. They're great. And I'm looking forward to it. Folks, I am out the door here. Don't forget that on Friday at 2 o'clock, right here at the Total Seminars channel, we're going to have Dave Rush's DRAMA drama, and he'll be talking about more fun, exciting Raspberry Pi stuff, and as well as giving away free practice questions as well. So until then, this is Mike Meyers watching me on LinkedIn, and we'll have some posts on where to connect. I am out the door. I'll talk to you guys on Monday. See ya!